Life often presents us with the illusion of order, where we seek to define and control our paths, especially regarding the inevitable transitions between life and death. Have you ever paused to wonder who truly holds sway over these moments? Are we mere players in a pre-scripted tragedy, or are we the authors of our existential story? As we embark on this profound exploration, we grapple with the essential question of self-responsibility and the choices we make while standing at the precipice of existence. Consider how each decision you've made throughout your life, from the mundane to the monumental, has played a role in your journey. Imagine your life as a tapestry, each thread symbolizing a choice you crafted, and every fray reflecting a moment you wish you could erase. Yet, can you truly discard those imperfections, or do they contribute to the overall beauty of your narrative? In this dance between life and death, the teachings of Elisabeth Kübler-Ross become a guiding light, illuminating the complexities we manage as our own gatekeepers in this existential journey. Kübler-Ross introduced us to the 5 stages of grief, profound markers that map how we confront loss, whether that's the loss of life, a dream, or a relationship. Her model encapsulates denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Each stage serves as a mirror reflecting our inner landscape when faced with mortality's direct gaze. Can you recognize a moment in your life when you consciously or unconsciously navigated these emotions? How did they govern your decisions? The chaos we often associate with these stages begs the question, is it truly chaos, or is it a misunderstood order attempting to guide us toward clarity? As we traverse this journey, let's focus on the first 2 stages. Denial and anger. Denial can feel like a protective shield, offering a deceptive comfort that postpones a confrontation we dread. It's akin to standing in front of a locked door, convinced it leads to a brighter future if only we ignore the loud, insistent knocks urging us to face reality. How many times have you bent the truth to avoid discomfort? Reflect on a time when denial colored your decisions. Perhaps you overlooked alarming signs in a relationship or clung to the hope of a dream that faded in its brightness. Then comes anger, the fierce, burning flame sparked by our refusal to accept the truth. In this stage, we can feel powerless, as if the very essence of our being is under siege. Perhaps you felt this anger directed inwardly, manifesting as self-doubt, or externally towards others, accusing them of denying you happiness or fulfillment. How often do you allow this emotion to guide your choices? In the chaos of our daily lives, recognizing this anger can be pivotal in reclaiming your power. It compels you to ask, are you using this anger as a catalyst for change, or is it paralyzing you? As we dig deeper into these emotions, we must confront an unsettling truth. Life, in all its complexities, doesn't adhere strictly to our concepts of order or control. This reflection opens the door to an unsettling inversion of conventional thinking. Perhaps strength isn't derived from repressing emotions, but from fully experiencing them. When we confront denial and anger, we can begin to turn chaotic moments into opportunities for growth. Thus, as we ponder these essential questions and confront our profound responsibilities, we are encouraged to break through denial and embrace the rawness of our emotions. What happens when you take a step back from your narrative? Are you willing to breathe life into the shadows of your past decisions? If you're ready to unlock the mysteries of life and death, subscribe now and hit the notification bell to explore the deeper layers of your existence. In the end, remember that the power to reshape your journey lies within your hands. So let's begin this reflective conversation together, unveiling the layers of self-discovery that await. In our journey through life's unpredictable landscape, it's essential to delve deeper into the emotional stages that shape our reactions and choices, specifically denial and anger. As we confront these raw emotions, we can begin to understand how they manifest within our relationships and impact the critical decisions we make. When faced with change, especially concerning mortality, denial might initially act as a shield, insulating us from the harsher realities of our existence. Yet, have you ever stopped to think about what lies behind that shield? Think about a time when you brushed aside troubling news, convincing yourself it wasn't as serious as it seemed. Maybe you were in a relationship where issues were surfacing, but you chose to ignore them, hoping they would magically resolve. In that moment of denial, did you consider how your actions or inactions shaped your reality? It's easy to fall into this trap where we dilute the truth in favor of comfort. However, this self-deception can skew our perception and adversely affect our relationships. When you look back now, can you recognize how those moments of denial distorted your choices? As denial gives way to anger, a profound change is sparked. This stage often feels like an awakening, where the pressures of denial become unbearable. It's as if a storm has torn through your calm waters, unveiling deep-seated frustrations. In these moments, we can feel like we've lost our footing. The ground once solid beneath us now seems treacherous. How many of you have felt this upheaval? Perhaps you've unleashed this anger in your relationships, lashing out at loved ones out of frustration, yet knowing they weren't the true target of your rage. But why do we allow anger to take the lead in our narrative? Anger can be a daunting emotion, but it can also serve a purpose. It's an energetic cry for help, a spark that can lead to self-discovery, urging us to evaluate whether we're following our true path. When faced with anger, ask yourself, is this energy propelling me toward transformation, or is it keeping me confined in a cycle of blame and despair? It's crucial to embrace this anger for what it truly is, a catalyst that can fuel your journey toward acceptance if you choose to examine it closely. Let's take a moment to explore how these stages of denial and anger affect our interpersonal relationships. Consider a conversation you've had where tension hung in the air, unspoken words laden with the weight of denial, and feelings of anger simmering just below the surface. Maybe you were hesitant to share your feelings about a friend's betrayal or refrained from expressing your thoughts about a coworker's unfair treatment. In these instances, did your silence stem from fear of conflict, or were you denying the validity of your emotions? Challenging denial and confronting anger requires immense courage, but it can unlock a path toward deeper, more authentic connections with others. By openly discussing your emotions, you pave the way for understanding and healing, not just within yourself, but also within your relationships. It's an invitation to self-reflect. Are you willing to be vulnerable enough to speak your truth, recognizing that honesty can foster deeper connections? What if you viewed these stages not as obstacles, but as essential elements in your emotional toolbox? Each time you acknowledge denial or confront anger, you gain insight into your needs, desires, and fears. These revelations can lead to a more profound acceptance of yourself and those around you. As we ponder the complexities of how denial and anger shape our choices, it's vital to embrace this notion. That authentic living means not only owning your emotions, but also understanding their role in your life journey. Ask yourself, how have these emotions defined my path? Which relationships have been altered because of my inability to face them? This is not just about understanding emotions, it's about transforming them into meaningful action. By confronting our denial and anger, we create an opening for healing and renewal. Have you found yourself in denial or anger about a choice you've made? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Together, we invite you to explore this emotional landscape using the insights of Kübler-Ross as a framework for understanding and growth. In recognizing these stages, we can begin to reclaim our power, engage with our relationships meaningfully, and embrace the full spectrum of our human experience. Each step towards awareness pulls us closer to a life defined not by chaos, but by acceptance and understanding. As we continue our exploration of the emotional landscape surrounding choices, we find ourselves grappling with two interconnected stages: negotiation and depression. These phases often form the backdrop against which we shape our responses to the choices we face in life. Imagine standing at a crossroads, every path veiled in fog, and each turn fraught with uncertainty. This strangeness can provoke a bargaining mindset, where we negotiate with ourselves or even the universe for outcomes we desperately desire. Have you ever found yourself caught in this intricate web of bargaining over a decision? Think about a decision that weighed heavily on your shoulders, perhaps regarding a job change or a relationship that felt uncertain. In these high-stakes moments, it's common to enter a negotiation with yourself. If only I can hold on a little longer, things will surely improve. Or maybe if I just change this one thing, the outcome will be different. This internal dialogue is often laced with hope, but there's a fine line between hope and an unwillingness to accept the reality that may unfold at that crossroads. Are you proficient in negotiating with your own mind, convincing yourself of possibilities that may not align with the truth? Kübler-Ross's insights shed light on how this stage serves as our mind's attempt to regain control, a desperate grasp at a semblance of power over an uncontrollable situation. We initiate bargaining, believing that if we make the right choices, we can somehow appease fate or alter the course of events. But how fruitful is this negotiation? While it may provide temporary solace, it can also breed frustration. The reality is that we can't always manipulate outcomes to our liking. Each attempt at negotiation often leads us to an emotional dead end, leaving us grappling with disappointment or self-recrimination. After the hopeful yet often futile stage of negotiation comes depression, a heavy, somber blanket that can envelop us when we finally confront the reality we've been avoiding. It's as if the fog lifts, and instead of seeing clarity, we face a stark landscape of loss. This stage can feel isolating, where the weight of our decisions presses down, making it difficult to breathe. Have you ever experienced a moment where everything felt too heavy, too overwhelming to bear? In this moment of despair, we can become mired in regret, reflecting on choices we wish we could change. Perhaps you've replayed past decisions endlessly, feeling trapped in a cycle of what-ifs. It's easy to succumb to this mental rut, believing that the power to change lies solely in the past. However, beneath this heaviness lies an opportunity for profound self-discovery. The challenge, then, is to flip this narrative. Can you recognize that depression, while painful, can be a fertile ground for growth? When we find ourselves in this place of introspection, it's vital to reframe our perspective on these stages. What if you viewed negotiation and depression as part of the journey rather than impediments to it? Each time you find yourself in the depths of despair, you are presented with a choice: to succumb or to explore curiously what lies beneath that heaviness. This process requires mindfulness, a willingness to sit with discomfort, to confront the emotions that arise, and to reflect on the lessons they hold. Imagine taking a step back and viewing your choices as mere chapters in a larger story. What could the themes of negotiation and depression teach you about resilience? Recognizing that each chapter is intertwined enables you to reclaim your narrative. It transforms regret into acceptance and resignation into empowerment. When we come to terms with our emotions, acknowledging them as valid experiences, we can begin to accept ourselves as whole beings navigating a complex world. As we grapple with the emotional currents of our choices, it's helpful to remember that you're not alone in this. Each of us confronts, bargains, and, at times, feels the weight of depression in our unique ways. It's part of the human experience. How can sharing your story of negotiation or depression with others help lighten that burden? Think back to those moments of negotiation and depression in your life. What did they teach you? What insights emerged from those dark corners of your mind? What negotiation tactics do you use when grappling with vital choices? Let us know in the comments. Together, let's unwrap these insights and encourage healing and understanding. By navigating these stages with openness, we can emerge more resilient with a clearer path to acceptance and empowering agency in our lives. Your experiences are steps along this journey, gradually illuminating the path ahead. Each negotiation brings power. Each moment of depression opens the door to potential growth, and together they guide us toward a more authentic existence. As we continue our exploration through the emotional stages of our journey, we now arrive at the final two stages outlined by Elisabeth Kübler-Ross, acceptance and the transformation that often follows. These stages can feel like the light at the end of a long tunnel, but reaching this point requires sincere effort and introspection. Have you ever reached a moment in life where acceptance felt elusive, as if it were just outside your grasp? Acceptance does not imply a passive resignation to circumstances. Rather, it embodies a profound acknowledgement of realities we once resisted. Imagine standing on a mountainside, staring at an expansive view of the horizon. At first, you may have fought against the climb, exhausted and overwhelmed. But once you reach the summit, you begin to accept the breathtaking landscape before you, understanding that every step, every struggle has led you to this moment of clarity. Have you permitted yourself to feel the weight of acceptance in your own life recently? Consider the transitions involving loss, whether it be the passing of a loved one, the end of a chapter in your life, or a dream that slipped through your fingers. Each of these experiences is laden with emotional complexity, inviting you to confront feelings of sadness, fear, and regret. Yet in that confrontation lies the potential for growth. Acceptance teaches us that although we cannot change the past, we can decide how we respond to it moving forward. It is crucial to ask yourself, what does acceptance mean to me? How does it redefine my understanding of my journey? As you reflect, it's important to recognize that acceptance represents a shift from burden to liberation. It moves us from a cycle of blame and shame into a realm where we embrace our circumstances and our emotional truth. This process can feel akin to peeling away layers of an onion. Each layer shed brings forth tears, yet also reveals a more authentic self underneath. How have you navigated the layers in your own life? Once you embrace acceptance, you often find the door to transformation begins to swing open. In this transformative space, we can begin to redefine our narratives. Imagine this as a caterpillar entering a chrysalis, a vulnerable yet necessary period before emerging as a butterfly. In this cocoon, the caterpillar undergoes significant change, and you too can transform in ways you might not have anticipated. In what areas of your life can you envision taking flight? Perhaps you've had experiences that lit a spark of passion or purpose within you after navigating the murky waters of grief or loss. This transformation invites you to reconsider your trajectory, to take the lessons learned and weave them into a new understanding of your existence. Think about a time when something you thought was a final defeat became a turning point towards something beautiful and unexpected. Transformation requires us to take ownership of our stories, embracing not only the joyful moments, but also the painful ones. It compels us to reframe our perceptions and, at times, learn to say goodbye to aspects of ourselves that no longer serve us. Are there parts of your life, relationships, or habits that you need to release to fully embody your truth? Kübler-Ross emphasizes that the journey toward acceptance and transformation can be deeply personal and unique for everyone. The key lies in being patient with yourself, allowing time and space to process every emotion rather than rushing toward an outcome. Instead of viewing acceptance as a simple goal, consider it as an evolving state of being, one that beckons you to return often as you navigate life's complexities. As we wrap this exploration of the emotional stages together, it's essential to acknowledge the profound power within you to shape your reality. The journey may feel chaotic at times, marked by denial, anger, negotiation, depression, and eventually acceptance and transformation. Each emotion is not an obstacle, but rather a guide urging you toward a deeper understanding of your own resilience. Every choice you make, every moment you confront, is a step toward your authentic self, moving through life's landscape with intention and clarity. As you reflect on these stages, ask yourself, how will you use these insights to navigate your personal journey? What transformations can you cultivate from your experiences of acceptance? Join our community as we venture further into self-discovery together. Share your thoughts on acceptance and transformation in the comments below. By embracing these emotional stages, you empower yourself to reclaim your narrative and cultivate a transformative life journey. Let's keep the conversation going. You are not alone in this, and your path can become an inspiration for others as we traverse this complex terrain of human emotions together. As we stand at the intersection of acceptance and transformation, it's crucial to consider how these stages intersect with our everyday lives. Reflecting on our experiences opens up pathways for deeper understanding, leading us towards what can feel like a river of possibilities. Have you ever considered how navigating through the emotional maelstrom can clear the way for new avenues of growth and connection? Have you ever considered how navigating through the emotional maelstrom can clear the way for new avenues of growth and connection? Embracing acceptance often requires a subtle shift in perspective, a gentle adjustment of how we view ourselves and our circumstances. Think about this. Acceptance doesn't mean that we will never face difficult emotions again. Rather, it's an invitation to allow these feelings to exist without judgment. Imagine a river flowing effortlessly, sometimes turbulent, sometimes calm. When you learn to accept the flow of emotions, you become like that river, trusting in the process of life rather than fighting against it. How would it feel to let your emotions flow freely without negative self-talk interrupting their course? In daily life, acceptance can manifest in small yet profound ways. Picture a morning when you wake up late, feeling overwhelmed by the tasks ahead. Instead of berating yourself for your perceived failure, what if you chose to accept the moment as it is? Ask yourself, how can I turn this into an opportunity for growth? Acceptance can replace frustration with clarity, guiding you to prioritize your responsibilities with a more mindful approach. But acceptance is only the beginning. Once you fully embrace your feelings and experiences, you lay the groundwork for transformation to take place. Transformation can seem like a grand leap, but it often starts with simple, intentional actions. What tiny changes can you make today that align with the authenticity you seek? Picture yourself stepping into each day with the mindset that growth is within reach. Perhaps it's as straightforward as shifting your self-talk from "I can't" to "I'm learning," or altering a routine that no longer serves you. Embrace your imperfections. Acknowledge that change is an ongoing process, not a destination. With each small transformation, you inch closer to living a life that resonates with who you are. Kübler-Ross reminds us through her work that embracing acceptance and transformation can also reshape your relationships with others. As you embark on your personal journey of growth, invite those around you to join in your exploration. Sharing your insights can foster connection and create a safe space for vulnerability. Have you had experiences where you opened up to someone and it deepened your bond? Moreover, acceptance can enhance your empathy toward others' struggles, recognizing that they too are navigating their emotional stages. This deeper understanding nurtures compassion and strengthens connections. When you see someone grappling with denial or anger, rather than judging them, you can approach them with a sense of understanding. How might your relationships flourish if you actively practiced acceptance and shared your transformative journey with loved ones? As you reflect on your emotional landscape and the insights you've gained, consider what kind of community you wish to cultivate around you. Do you long for a circle that encourages growth through adversity, learns collectively, and celebrates transformations, small and large? Taking intentional steps to nurture these relationships can lead to richer connections and a supportive network as you navigate the complexities of life. And let's not forget the importance of self-compassion throughout this journey. Transformation is not always linear. It's intricately woven with setbacks and triumphs. Allowing yourself grace during moments of confusion or pain encourages resilience. How can you practice self-compassion in your daily life? Maybe a gentle reminder that it's okay to feel lost or imperfect? As we ponder these transformative stages and their impact, remind yourself of the potential within you to shape your reality. The insights you glean from acceptance can empower you to act, transforming challenges into stepping stones on your journey toward authenticity. So, where will you direct your focus going forward? Join the conversation. Share your experiences with acceptance and transformation in the comments. Your journey can spark inspiration for others searching for their own path. In this shared space, let's continue to explore the depths of human experience together. Remember, acceptance is not the end. It is an invitation to dance through life's challenges, emerging with renewed strength and clarity. As you navigate this journey, your story is valuable and worthy of being told, and it holds the potential to inspire transformation not only in your life, but in the lives of those around you. As we delve deeper into the themes of acceptance and transformation, let's explore the vital role of community in this journey. Life is rarely a solitary endeavor. The people around us significantly shape our experiences. Have you ever paused to consider how your relationships influence your path to acceptance and personal growth? A strong support network can serve as an anchor when navigating the emotional waves of life. Think about the friends and family members you turn to in times of struggle. Who provides that sense of comfort and understanding? It's through these relationships that we often find clarity during chaos. Hearing others share their perspectives can spark new insights in ourselves. Can you recall a moment when a friend's words helped shift your outlook? When we openly exchange our stories and struggles, we create a space filled with empathy and understanding. Picture a gathering of close friends, each sharing their fears and triumphs. Within this environment, vulnerability is not a weakness, but rather a source of strength. Allowing ourselves to be seen fosters deeper connections. How does it feel to embrace authenticity in your relationships, revealing your true self? Moreover, actively engaging with a community offers the chance to learn and grow collectively. Envision a support group or a book club focused on personal development. In these spaces, diverse backgrounds and experiences come together to shed light on various paths of acceptance and transformation. How might hearing different perspectives enable you to expand your own understanding and approach to challenges? Embracing the support of a community requires intentional effort. Think about the type of environment you want to create around you. Do you want a circle that champions growth, celebrates progress, and encourages resilience? By nurturing these relationships, you can cultivate a supportive network that enhances your journey. What steps can you take to foster this type of community? However, as you build these connections, it's also essential to practice self-care. Transformation isn't always a straightforward path. It can twist and turn, filled with setbacks and breakthroughs. During moments of confusion or pain, being kind to yourself is crucial. Have you allowed yourself grace in difficult times? Consider incorporating self-compassion into your daily life, perhaps by reminding yourself that it's perfectly okay to feel lost or imperfect. Your self-care routine can empower you to engage more fully with those you care about. This could be a new hobby, a quiet hour of reflection, or simply time spent resting. When you prioritize self-care, you create the emotional resilience necessary to support others while also embracing your journey. As we reflect on the transformative stages we've explored, keep in mind the potential within you to shape your reality. Acceptance can empower you to turn challenges into stepping stones. Where will you direct your focus moving forward? Remember, you're not walking this path alone. Your story and experiences can inspire others on their journeys. Engage with the community in the comments. Share your thoughts and insights about how acceptance and transformation have played roles in your life. Together, let's continue to explore the intricate threads of human experience, creating a tapestry of shared understanding and growth. Embrace the notion that acceptance is not an end. It's an invitation to navigate life's complexities with renewed strength and clarity. Your voice is essential, and by sharing it, you help cultivate a more supportive environment for growth not only in your own life, but in the lives of those around you. Let's lift each other as we journey toward our fullest selves together. As we arrive at the final segment of our exploration into acceptance and transformation, let us reflect on the essence of both concepts and how they intertwine, shaping the human experience. Life, in all its complexity, often feels like a tapestry, a beautiful, intricate weaving of joy and sorrow, growth and stagnation. How do you see this tapestry in your own life? Can you identify the vibrant threads of acceptance interlaced with the darker strands of struggle? Acceptance is not merely the act of resigning oneself to circumstances. It is a profound acknowledgement of reality, an honest confrontation with what is. Think about a moment when you've truly accepted a difficult situation. How did that shift in perspective create space for transformation? Often, when we accept our circumstances, we stop fighting against the current, allowing ourselves to flow naturally, akin to a river carving its path through rocky terrain. How might embracing this flow lead to unexpected revelations in your life? In the context of personal transformation, we find that embracing change begins with acceptance. Consider the metaphor of a seed buried deep within the earth. For it to sprout, it must first break through the constraints of the soil. In this process, acceptance plays a critical role. The seed doesn't fight against the darkness. It trusts in its nature to grow and blossom. How can this analogy resonate with your own journey? Are there areas in your life where you need to nurture your potential and trust the process of growth? Moreover, transformation often calls for a recalibration of our mindset. Think of your current challenges. Which of them could benefit from a change in perspective? Instead of viewing obstacles as hindrances, how might you frame them as opportunities for learning and growth? The path to acceptance and transformation invites us to reimagine our narratives. What ancient beliefs about yourself are ready to be rewritten? As we wrap up this journey, it's crucial to understand that the process does not conclude here. Acceptance and transformation are ongoing journeys rather than destinations. Each day presents a new opportunity to apply what you've learned, a chance to reflect on your progress. Have you taken a moment to celebrate the small victories along your path? Recognizing these moments can serve as a tremendous motivator, reinforcing your resolve to forge ahead. Let us also consider how vulnerability plays a part in this transformative process. Opening your heart to others and allowing yourself to be seen creates an authentic connection. How does embracing vulnerability empower you? By acknowledging that we are all imperfect beings navigating our struggles, we foster an environment where transformation can thrive. Imagine a world where your imperfections are not a source of shame, but a canvas for growth, vulnerability, and understanding. In conclusion, as we reflect on the insights and revelations we've explored, remember that your journey toward acceptance and transformation is uniquely yours. Every choice you make and every step you take contributes to the tapestry of your life. So, what will you do with the insights you've gained? How can you incorporate them into your daily life, weaving them into the fabric of your existence? As we part ways, I encourage you to continue this conversation. Take a moment to share your experiences with acceptance and transformation in the comments below. Each story adds richness to our shared narrative, inspiring others who may be walking similar paths. Let's commit to lifting one another as we navigate this intricate journey together. Every voice matters, and by honoring your own and acknowledging others, we contribute to a collective tapestry of resilience and growth. Together, let's inspire each other to embrace life's challenges, celebrating the beauty of transformation in all its forms. Your journey is a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit, and it holds the potential to light the way for others seeking their own paths toward acceptance and transformation.